Myself, Anju here. I have totally 15 years experience in IT industry. So my career started as a Linux administrator. From there, I started again the AWS Cloud Management, and later I started into the DevOps. So yeah, I've been training from many years,
Okay.
especially on AWS. Let me give a demo so that you can
Yeah.
you can see my AWS screen, right? Console.
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess you have something knowledge, the basic about the cloud, right? Like
Right.
AWS. Yeah. So you know what is cloud, why the cloud advantage, why nowadays many of the companies are preferring AWS, or even there is Azure also, there is a GCP also, right? It
Yeah.
has their own features. I mean, cost-wise, there are many different things, but most of all the clouds are using the same, the tools, same functionality. But some companies they prefer AWS, some companies they prefer Azure, some companies they prefer GCP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'll just show you a quick demo of creating an EC2 instance. Right? Okay. You know what is EC2 instance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what it does basically, can you just tell me about that? What it
Yeah.
is?
So what I understand is it basically provides us a platform where we can have multiple virtual machines, I would say.
Yeah.
And yeah, nothing but rather than physical servers, we get the servers over there.
So virtual machines are like it's a physical. It's not actually running a physical servers in the AWS side, but we can see as a virtual machines, right? So
Okay.
we are providing a platform where we can run our own servers in a specific network, so that we can configure our applications in that, and we can just isolate them from the security, and even from all the network we can isolate and we can just use it, right? So even there are many facilities that AWS are providing. Like there are many tools are available. We can configure whatever you want. Everything is available, but everything depends upon the usage. You'll be getting the fast. Right. And
Mhm.
even there are many things that are available in the market, like to to save the cost. Like there are many features are come. So even like how do you use that wisely wise way we need to use that to save the cost for the company, right? So
Yeah.
yeah. So we can just let me go to the instances. So when you go to the instances dashboard, you can see a launch instance. Just click
Mhm.
on the launch instance. Okay, so we are going to create a virtual machine. Virtual machine in the sense what we can run. We are running an operating system in that, right? In
Yeah.
olden days, we had this physical servers were running in the offices, right? The companies. But because of this cloud facility, we can run all the servers in the cloud, so that we don't need to manage anything. Everything will be managed by the cloud itself, which is like nothing but AWS or Azure or GCP. So
Okay.
we need to pay for the usage. Okay. So here I'm going to launch an EC2 instance here. Amazon is easy to allow you to create a virtual machines or instance that you run AWS Cloud to get started by the following simple steps. Okay. So I'm going to give a name for my EC2 instance. Let's say it's a test EC2 instance. Come
Mhm.
down. So we can see that application OS images. So there are images. Have you heard about images?
Yes. Yes. I know.
What is that basically?
Yeah. So basically, images. When we say images, it's like something we have different operating system, right?
Right.
So that is something they provide particular images, and we can directly install in our machines, and that particular operating system will be installed.
Right. So image is like a bundle of files, right, which is
Right.
necessary to run or install an operating system, right?
Right.
Yeah. So it's a bundle of a file. So that is most of the operating system images are already available from the AWS console. They are providing most of the images. Some are customized. Some are we can get in the with already built-in applications. Okay. So here you can see that Amazon OS images. So here you can see the contain operating system application server application for the instance. If you don't see a suitable AMI below, use the search field to or choose the browse more AMIs, right? So here you can click on that, right? Just browse more AMIs.
Okay.
So when you scroll down, you can see many images available, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So we know what there are many operating systems are available in the Linux itself. We have many distributions like
Yeah.
we heard about. Yeah, right.
True.
We have Ubuntu, Red Hat, we have SUSE, Fedora, right?
Yes, but Debian.
Yeah, Debian. So depends. Again, there is AWS itself providing an Amazon Linux image, which is their operating system, right?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's a Linux only. But
I think it is released recently, I think, right?
no, it was there from long back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
I was not aware of.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that most of the companies, even the Mac OS, we can see here, Red Hat, we can see here, SUSE, Ubuntu, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So if I want to go with any specific one, I can just look here like an Ubuntu, enter. So I got all the Ubuntu related images, right?
Yes. Correct.
So in that, some are like free trial eligible. There are two are free tier eligible, but the others are not the free tier eligible.
Mm.
Yeah. So free tier in the sense it will be free even if you use that for some certain hours. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can see that the latest version is Ubuntu is 26.04. This is actually recently launched in this AWS images list. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Now we have got 24 also, but when you look at this, which is not the free tier, that is something like a pro, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, that is the reason they are costing for it. Okay.
Okay. So
And
free
then
we can use for how much time? Any particular?
there is some certain hours.
Okay.
I've been using for many days, almost more than 1 year, but still I'm not getting any charges for this.
Okay. Great.
Yeah. So and the pro and even the other one you can see it's actually SQL Server. So they are actually integrated or installed built-in image we are getting. So that is the reason we are costing for it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here we go with this Ubuntu 24, which is the free tier eligible. I won't go with this 26 because the size of the image will be bigger compared to 24. The more images will be updated, right? Added in. Okay. So we'll go with the select this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can see here, right? We are using the 24, right?
Yeah.
So all the architecture, all that. Okay. Next thing is the instance type. You might be knowing that what is instance type, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's basically a hardware type, right? So in which the kind of hardware you want to install your operating system. So we can, the AWS is providing the various type of hardware, like RAM specific, CPU specific, memory specific, or storage specific, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
So each one has, we can see many here, like some instances are starting from the T2, T2, T2 medium, T2 large, T2 extra, X large, T2 dot 2X large. So T3 again jump to T3, something like that. Many instance types are available. But as you go down, that configuration will be higher, and what will be the impact? The cost will be higher, right?
Okay. Yeah. True.
Yeah. So here we can see that T3.micro by default is selected here, which is a free tier eligible. So that also will be free for us for some certain hours. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm choosing that one, and we can have a key pair here. You can use a key pair to securely connect your EC2 instance. Ensure that you have access to the selected key pair before you launch the instance. So, have you heard about the key pair? Why do we use that?
No, but like for this thing, I've not used it, but we use it for key pair for storing some configuration related things in property files. So that is something, but I'm not sure about here.
Anyway, that will be for security purpose, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So key pair is actually used for security purposes. In
Okay.
the sense, when you connect to your EC2 server or the virtual machine, obviously you're connecting from your home to that cloud servers, right?
Right.
Yeah. So that connection should be secure.
Correct.
We are connecting over the network, right? Via internet, and just the connection will be hitting on that server. So if it is not that in a secure connection, then obviously that third party person or other hacker can get all the data or hack your machines and they can get everything, right? So
Yeah.
to avoid that, we will be using this key pair concept. So key pair in the sense there is a public key and the private key part. So public key in the sense it's either like a public key is used for encrypting the data. Okay. Private key is for decrypting the data. So simple.
Right.
So the public key will be there in the server inside, whichever we created the server, right? Inside that server, the public key will be there, and the private key will be with us in my local machine. Got it?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So once we make a connection established to that server, I mean, once you connect to that server, whatever we are able to see that from that server, like log into the server, and we'll be seeing the files and the directory, reopening the file, editing the file, anything we are doing, right? Everything is encrypted and the key which is in the server by the public key, and everything is decrypted, which in the key which is there in our local machine, which is the private key. Okay, that is a way the communication is secure. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So already there are few keys here. We can see here one is testing key, Kubernetes key. Even if you want, we can create a key here. Okay.
Okay.
Just create a key pair, then that will create a new key, and one key will be downloaded in our local machine. If I say create a key, and I'll say that I want a key for to log in this machine, right? So I'll say one AWS key. Any name we can.
Yeah.
Okay?
Anyone.
Yeah. And this is a key pair encryption algorithm.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah. So even if we go with the first option, that could be that will encrypt better, but this will be more better, more security. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So I'll go with this RSA, and again you can see two options here: .pem and .ppk.
Right.
Yeah. So this is nothing but a file extension. The key
Right.
will be right. So once the key will be downloaded, that key file will be having that extension, whichever you select. Okay. So when if you get that PEM file, you can use that to log in using OpenSSH. In the
Right.
sense, you can connect from Linux machine. Okay.
Mhm.
Even if you download the key file using the .ppk extension file, then you can log in from your Windows machine using the putty tool.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
I'll always use this pen because I like to use instead of putty, I use my own bash shell. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
putty is actually it's difficult to run the commands, copying and pasting on the terminal. It's little complicated.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So I'll go and create the key pair here. So when I say key, you can see that it will download one key here. Okay, you can see here, right?
Yes. Yes.
So it's a PEM file. So this is the file. It's called a private key, which
Private.
we should keep in a secure way in our machine. Should
Okay.
not share to anyone.
Okay.
Okay. So the other key, the public key, already will be going to create in that EC2 instance automatically by the
Yes.
AWS itself. We don't need to do that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Scroll down. There is below we can some options called the network settings. So in the network settings, we can see the VPC. Have you heard about the VPC?
Yeah. Virtual private cloud.
Virtual private cloud. What is that actually? Any idea?
So basically, like what I know about it, it basically creates a separate area, I would say, where we can have our uh, all the resources. Let it be EC2s, S3 buckets, or whatever it is, we can keep inside the one VPC.
Correct. So it is like our private network, right? Like
Right. Right.
right. In office, we have a private network. Nobody can access to that private. Right. But in the real time, if I say you will have multiple environments running in your company, right? In your office.
Exactly.
Yeah, we have a production environment, you have a QA environment.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So that is called VPC. You can create a VPC for a production itself. So that inside that VPC, whatever you're creating, that for only production.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can create another VPC for the QA or the dev, and so that you can have on two different network for each environment.
Okay.
Yeah. And they cannot communicate each other.
Mhm.
To make a secure, that is a way we always do the environment creation. Okay.
Okay.
So VPC will be having a subnets. When I say edit here, you can see here, this is a default VPC. Okay.
Okay.
This is a VPC ID we can see here. And this is IP address range we can see here. Here it's a small name, you can see it's called default. So this is a default VPC, which is provided by the AWS itself.
Okay.
Yeah. So once you create an AWS account, this default VPC will be there. We can use that to launch your own EC2 instances. If you want, you can create all your own VPCs, right? You can do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So in case if you want to create a production environment or you want to create a QA environment, obviously you can create a different VPCs. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. So here you can see the subnets. Okay. So any idea about the subnets?
I have heard it, but please, if you could explain.
Sure, no problem. So subnet is a different inside the VPC. Again, we are creating a different a portion of networks.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So we can create public subnet, private subnet. That is a main purpose of this subnet: public and private.
Mhm.
Okay. So what is public? If you want to connect to your EC2 instance from a, or you want to expose your EC2 instance to publicly in the sense what anybody can access
Okay.
from the outside the world or from the internet, right?
Right.
Yeah. So suppose you launched an EC2 instance in your AWS account, but if you want to log into that EC2 instance, that EC2 instance should be in the public subnet. Otherwise, you cannot connect to it.
Okay. Yeah. True.
It's correct, right?
Yeah. Right. Obviously.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So that is the purpose. We have to have a public subnet. But the actual case, if you are running your production servers, we should never run any servers in the public subnets. Everything you should run in the private subnets.
So then who can access it? No one can access it.
No one can access. So
Right.
then how do we expose that to the public? Like, you have a web server and you want to expose that web server to many people, right? For instance, you have a website called the facebook.com, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how people are accessing? It's a public website, right? Anybody can access, right?
Yeah, but then there is an authorization setup, right? So like we have OAuth.
Yeah.
So we have something like or LDAP,
Yeah.
where we can where people can like users basically add their store their passwords and authorization and authentication happens.
Right. So that is one of the authentication mechanism, right?
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So when the Facebook actually running on the servers in the private subnets where actually nobody can access it. Okay. Then how we are able to access that? Because in front of that servers there is a load balancer. Have you heard about the load balancer?
Yes. Load balancer.
Right. But the load balancer will be running in the public subnet. Only the load balancer.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is the reason we first hit on the load balancer. Then load balancer will redirect to that request to the servers which is in the private subnet.
Okay.
Yeah. So then all servers are secure, right?
Right. Perfect.
Right. Yeah. So that is a purpose of private subnet and the public subnets. So when you create any resources in your production VPC inside, you always make sure to run everything in the private subnet. Always, when you want to expose something, you always expose with load balancer or something like there are some kind of we have some more resources, something like API gateway or
Right.
so such tools will be used to expose to publicly, but all the resources will be running inside the private subnet.
Okay, great.
So we have multiple options here in the default. These all are part of the public subnet, VPC. Okay, this subnets. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So even if you want, I can choose anyone. Okay.
Okay.
If I do not prefer, no preference, automatically that take anyone by
Okay.
the
Okay.
system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And availability zone. We have AP-South-1A, AP-South-1B, AP-South-. So in the default VPC, we can see there are three subnets. There's three availability zones.
Right.
So what is availability zone?
No, not aware of.
No, at all. Okay. So it's basically to make the name itself we can understand, right? Availability zone. It makes sure that your application or your servers always available. Okay. For instance, if you're going to run two servers in your in the production,
Mm-hmm.
uh, the AWS account, we have many regions here, right? Have you noticed?
Right.
Here? Yeah,
Yes, yes, that I've noticed.
right. So I'm running in the Mumbai region, which
Correct.
is close to me, right? So
Right.
that is it. But it is not the cheaper one. This is a cheaper one, North region.
Okay.
Yeah. But if I use a Mumbai, the network connectivity distance is too closer for me. So that data transfer, everything will be cheaper for me. But since I'm not going to do any data transfer, for me it is not worthful, right? For me, this version is only good option.
Right.
Yeah. Because we just create instances, we just log in into them, test it, that's all. We are not going to upload any files to the like 100 GB or something
Correct.
like that. Right.
Correct.
Then it will not be useful, this Mumbai region for. Okay. So if suppose currently I'm using the Mumbai region and I'm running all the servers in that region itself. Okay. So in the Mumbai region itself, you can see here, right? Mumbai.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Availability zone in the sense in Mumbai region itself, there are many data centers.
Okay.
Yeah. So one will be in the one location in Mumbai, another will be in a different location in Mumbai. So it could be in a different states also, but we are not sure. They say Mumbai, but one data center could be in Mumbai, another data center could be in a different state. You got it?
Yeah, right. I got
Yeah,
it. I got that part.
yeah. So Mumbai, they are given us just a naming only. Okay.
Right, right.
So,
Because there
right.
will be multiple data centers. There are a lot of people or a lot of companies who are using it, right?
Correct.
So, yeah, I
So
got
in
that.
case Mumbai will be affected by any natural disaster, then full data center will be gone, right?
Yeah, so there is a
So
fault
that,
tolerance
right,
somewhere.
right, correct.
Yeah.
So what they'll do, they'll be having multiple data centers in the different locations. So when you launch, if you want to launch two servers, and you want to make sure that servers should be always up and running. So one server you can run in one availability zone. I'll choose this 1A.
Okay.
So that server will be running in a one data center in Mumbai itself. Okay. And this I'll be creating. For the next server, when I'll create, I'll say 1B. So the server will be created in a different data center.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So in case any natural disaster like flood or some kind of earthquake, something has happened, and data center one is gone, still I have another one. So which means the application will be available from another server, even though the other one gone.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
Yeah.
for that purpose, this availability zone is used. I hope you understand. Please.
Yes, I got that part.
Okay. So even if I not select anything, no preference, if I say that will be taken automatically.
Right.
Yeah. Auto assign public IP in the sense, this actually for the default VPC, all these subnets are public subnets. There
Okay.
is no private here.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I can choose anyone, not a problem. But here I need to say enable auto assign public IP. In the sense, once the EC2 instance is created, then I need to log into that EC2 instance, right?
Right, right.
Yeah. So for that server should have a public IP address.
Yeah.
Right. Then only using that IP I can log into that server.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm specifically saying that that should have a public IP. If I said disable that server, even though that server is in a public subnet, that server will not get a public IP. Then I'll not be able to log into that server.
Yeah.
Then I need to attach any another paid way I can get a public IP. Then I need to attach to this server again. Then I can log. Okay. Don't be confused. Just even a small information. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah. So that is called a public IP address. So if when you have a phone, your phone have a public IP. You know that
When we have a
you are using the phone, right?
right.
The phone has a public IP.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Your laptop have a public IP.
Right.
Right. How do you check that? Just go to here. My IP. That's all enough.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, like correct.
And I click
IP
here.
config in
Right.
CMD, we can do that.
Yes. So it's actually checking the IPv4. Take some time. See,
Right.
this is my public. Same way, our phone also have a public. Okay.
Right.
So that is the reason we are able to communicate each devices using that public IP. Now, here we can see one more option called firewall. You heard about the firewall, right?
Yes.
Yes. So it's called a security group here in AWS. Rule to control the traffic for your instance and rule to allow the specific traffic to reach your instance. So in the sense we can just filter the traffic. Like we can say that that server should not be able to access my server. And this specific network should not be able to access this server. Right. Such a way we can filter the network.
Yeah.
So by default, there is one security group. The name of the security group will be this one. Okay. And I'm going to enable the firewall here in the security group. SSH, you heard about SSH?
Yes.
Yeah, secure shell, right?
Yeah.
Which is used to connect to your Linux machine. So that's
Right.
secure.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
we
that
can
is one of right. This is one of the protocol.
Right.
Yeah. And the port number is using 22.
22.
Yeah. And I'm saying that who can access. So if I click here, if I say my IP, only my laptop can access to this.
Right. Correct.
Right. If I say anyone, anybody, even including you or anyone can
Access this particular instance. Okay.
Yeah. I'll say custom in the sense we can customize a specific network tickets. Okay. I'll say my IP. So my public IP we can see here. Right. Yeah. Automatically that will be taken. And this is a storage configuration. For that EC2 virtual machine will get a storage with the size of 8 GB by default. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I can say launch instance. Okay. So we can see that successfully initiated the launch of the instance and we got an instance ID. Okay. So this is instance unique ID number. Just click on that so that we can see that the information about that is instance here, whether it's running. Yeah. So we can see here the instance ID here, and we can see the public IP address of this instance.
Yes.
This is the private IP address. Why do they have two IP address, public and private? What is the purpose of private and public?
So public would be one which we can use to access it
from the public place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the private?
Private, I'm not sure about it.
Yeah, private will be used to communicate within the VPC itself with other resources.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Suppose there is another recent instance. How do they communicate? Using the private token, right?
Yes. So inside the same VPC, if there are multiple instances or multiple resources, they can communicate using their IPv4 addresses, right?
Yes, private IP address.
Yes, private. Yeah.
Why do they need to use public? If they use a public, the communication go via internet and that will be vulnerable, right?
Correct.
So always they use private communication.
Correct. Absolutely.
And the instance state is running. Okay,
right.
No issues. So we can use that. And by default, AWS itself provided DNS name for that EC2 instance.
Yes.
Yeah, so something like the IP address and .com, compute Amazon.com. Okay.
Right.
Yep. And, yeah, we got a public ID, VPC ID here, subnet ID here, and yeah, below we can see the security. There are multiple tabs. So here we can see which AMI image is used and this image ID. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is the AMI name of that. We use that in 1 to 24, right? So that,
Yes.
and yeah, so just come here. We can status and alarm so that we can just it's not been configured. Monitoring, we can see the monitoring informations like in a CPU utilization, network utilization.
Oh yeah. We can see.
Yeah,
how-
we can
how-
see that. Yeah. So like we can
The
easily.
production one,
Ah.
we could have checked how much is the. So if it is suppose like if it is a production environment, right? And if you want to see one of the particular instance, if that particular instance is why it is taking time or it is not working,
Right.
right? So we
Right.
can come here and check what is happening, correct?
Correct, exactly. We
Okay.
can see that why that sometimes because of higher CPU load, the production server will get stuck.
Correct. Correct.
So we can come and see it. Then we can see the percentage will be close to 99 or something like that.
Okay.
And
Got it.
then what we can do just restart the server only for
Right.
this. Yeah.
Right.
So that is a way we can monitor many things network.
Sure. Got it.
Security is nothing but our firewall. We did something like and just open in a different tab. Yeah. So here in the inbound rule, there is one line you can see here, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Just edit inbound rule. You can see here it's using SSH protocol, and this is my IP address, which means it's allowing my IP address to access this SSH protocol on that EC2 server.
Right. So inbound rules, something talks about how we can access it. Like, so someone wants to, if we want our instance to be, like someone wants to access it or use it, we go for inbound rules, right?
Inbound rules.
Okay.
If I want to give an access to you, I can select the SSH, and I need to say your IP address.
Correct. I got it.
Same. Okay.
Right.
So once I done that, you will be able to access it. So always make sure don't provide such kind of full access to anybody.
Sure.
Yeah. Always put your IP address or specific network.
Exactly.
Public access is not, it's dangerous. Okay.
Right.
So I'll be back to these two instances.
So, Anju, my point is from understanding one more point, like from understanding the exam perspective. So, because I can understand from the demo that you have a very good understanding and the knowledge as well for working on the AWS itself.
Yeah.
But how we can take the exam part over here? How we can focus on exam thing?
Exam thing in the sense, once you learned everything, the all the tools, then the exam will be easier for you, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So fine. So that is fine. So like I just also want to understand from the radical technology perspective, like do we have some content or particularly that particular content of AWS what we are going to cover for that particular course?
Yeah, they have the
They have.
solution architect topic they have. They'll be sharing it with you.
Okay, sure. That is fine.
So this is what once we created, we can pick up this IP address. Okay.
Yeah.
And the key which we used, we need to check that whether which access key we used. Okay. I'll just open this Git bash.
Mm-hmm.
Git bash in the sense it's Windows
Yeah, I
CLI.
know. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. And using that, we can just log into that server. So I'd say Git. Yeah, just increase, just go to the downloads. Here I look for the AWS key doc. I can see here, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's already downloaded. I can say SSH Ubuntu. Sorry, SSH-I AWS key warpem. Ubuntu rate and that public IP address of the server. Okay.
Okay.
So we got that yes or no, whether you want to log into that server or not. Just
Yeah.
see yes. So there is some permission denied error we got here, right?
Right.
Yeah. So we need to check which key we have used for launching that EC2 instance.
I think that was bracket, inside bracket, it was 1 also. When you accessed it, right? So private key was one more, there was 2 keys which was downloaded. So first key was the same one. I'm not sure about it. I saw
think
when you downloaded it.
we used, I think, this testing key, I guess.
No, in your downloads, you have two different keys. That's what I'm saying.
No, that only one key downloaded. It's called AWS key.
Can you check on the downloads? The button there was 2. I don't know why it showed that there was above 1. Yeah.
See, only this one.
Okay, there is only 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that we got already that key. Only thing we need to check which key it's used for this instance. We have one more key, and let me try with that. No. Oh, okay. We used a key pair. We can see here the below platform. We can see here, right?
Right.
Yeah. So the AWS key only we use. So the problem here, permission denied. So we can just check the permission of the file. AWS key. So let me change that permission. Yes, no. Sometimes this permission causes issue. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me try to log in again. Like this. Security groups also we provided the right IP. Edit. So I'll just provide to my full network. Let me try again.
It was nice for me.
Thank you. Yeah.
I will thanks a lot for your knowledge.
No problem.
And I will discuss with
Sure.
team.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.